What is the Megyn Kelly thing about?
She's worried about witches.
She's doubled back to the Etsy witches.
Okay, well, we got RM here, so let's do that, because I know you spend a lot of time in the occult and witches.
Research.
Oh my God, she had a priest on.
Whoa.
Yeah, you got to do exorcism, sort of through the media.
Is this guy really a priest? Because he looks like he plays a priest.
That's
on USA Network.
Right.
Outfit there. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I cannot imagine like, hey, listen, I don't have a huge budget, but I need a set. I need a set that looks like a priest's office. Can you do this? And how quickly can you get it together?
Duct tape on the collar.
Don't worry about. I don't care. You're blocking the window with the bookcase. We just need to do this.
Suspicious.
Looks like the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church got in on these SM7B deals too.
Exactly.
He looks like somebody who would be cast in Law and Order SVU as the priest who's giving, like, they're walking and talking through the church, giving pertinent information
Very
relevant to the investigation.
A lot of exposition from this guy. Exactly.
Stories is, I believe, about, if I can get the details right, is about a young man who was at, kind of like a birthday party, some kind of celebration.
Wait, can we go back just a little bit? What is he talking about?
Yeah, so we actually, the clip we have actually wasn't going to include much of him, but we can get a little bit of taste of what he's talking about here.
Oh, to God, a person who's reasonable would say, but I'm just playing. And I would say, I completely...
Playing with, Etsy witches.
Oh, I'm just playing around. I see. Yeah. So, okay.
A Ouija board sort of thing.
Right. Of course.
Understand that. And then I would say, at the same time, you remember the movie The Exorcist?
Of course.
Yeah. How can you forget it? So that story is based off of two true stories. And one of the true stories is, I believe, about, if I can get the details right, is about a young man who was at, kind of like a birth.
I just want to say, if these were actually true stories, wouldn't you have the details pretty ready to hand that, like, a demonic spirit?
Right.
No, I mean, he's circling around them. I mean, I get it. Like,
That's like me with Teapot Dome.
I'm not. I have a feeling that the part about the neck, the head spinning on the head, probably not true.
No, that is true. He would say that is true.
But the part of a child who was sick, that's probably true.
Probably.
And I would not be surprised if two priests went there and go, well, the kid has the devil in them. Yeah. Good.
Birthday party, some kind of celebration of some sort with kids, and they just busted out the Ouija board and just played for fun. But that was an entry point for what ultimately became a possession.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. I just need to take that in. This is the part of the story you're not going to believe. Not the part about the possession, but how they got there. Ouija board.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's what that story is.
Unbelievable.
Not trying to edify the fact that a possession is real, but that sometimes it comes from a Ouija board.
You know, the thing that Hasbro has the trademark for?
Yeah, exactly. This was the problem. There were no possessions, and we didn't have to do exorcisms until board games.
Yeah.
Yep. When Chutes and Ladders came out, this was a real problem.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. The operation.
Yeah.
But you would be surprised at how many different sectors of our economy are invested in witchcraft. I mean, the publishers of Harry Potter, for one.
God. Yep.
Some of the most complicit.
Well, that's the weird thing is a lot of the right wingers were the type of people saying you couldn't read Harry Potter like 10 years ago, and then she came out as anti-trans, and now it's like, I guess, patriotic to read about Hogwarts.
I mean, Etsy's literally doing business with witches and allowing them to profit off of their website.
Platforming these witches.
Yes.
The New Deal had witch
Cancel.
regulations that have been stripped away, and now you got the free market. Witches can sell their witchcraft on Etsy.
Right.
You're playing with fire, messing with this stuff. There actually are demons in this world.
Oh.
Calling up the spirit world, in particular the devil's spirit world, can actually have real world consequences. It's not something to mess with. Many Christians believe this.
Yeah, they're wrong.
This is dangerous. It's not a game. It's literally evil. Second, this is what I really want you all and the people at Jezebel and Etsy to know.
Okay.
Erica and Charlie Kirk heard about these curses.
Right.
And that news genuinely rattled Erica in particular. She knew Christian teaching on the subject. She loved Charlie, absolutely. And she was scared when she heard of the curses Jezebel had called up.
Can you pause
So
it
much
for a sec? So I like how she's saying Jezebel too, and like bringing it into her
Jezebel
biblical,
spirit.
the
Yeah.
Jezebels. You know, Jezebel is like it's a feminist kind of offshoot of Deadspin, if I'm not correct.
Yes, it's in the same sort of umbrella.
And they're using that term ironically,
Right.
Megyn.
Right.
It's called Jezebel because it has a feminist bent, and they're making fun of.
It's because they like being loose women.
Yeah, and then she's like, they're calling themselves Jezebels, casting
also
curses.
dangerous.
It's that they had
You're so proud that you're so slutty.
It'd be funny if she was like, "Yeah, this spirit stuff is no joke. I got one in the studio.
People are writing
demon.
People are writing in like she doesn't get that it's ironic. She's admonishing witches for putting a spell on people and it being rude. I get the feeling she might know, and it's a little bit of a performance.
She's also the person who made a big stink about how
Santa Claus
is a white guy.
was like the idea of a black Santa Claus. Like, what?
You're not going to get presents.
Like article at one point where they go into this thing like, look, we don't really want any real harm, but maybe like his shoes are too big. Did you hear that? Like,
I missed that
they
one.
explain. They're like, this is a goofy joke, and she like keeps going for some reason.
Well, Satan, you be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
But maybe she actually, now that solves some things, she genuinely thinks Santa's real too, in addition to demons.
Oh yeah,
That must be it.
yeah. It's the spirit realm.
That she and Charlie contacted a friend who I believe she said was a Catholic priest, but definitely a friend, and asked him to come over and pray with them over Charlie the night before he was murdered.
I don't believe this, but
She eventually
well,
worked
you
it
keep her
through.
up there, but
And so did Charlie.
they brought in a priest just for the Jezebel Etsy witches.
the witch curse from the Jezebel blog, where they contracted with some Etsy witches. Apparently,
No, I know, but I'm saying like they brought in the priest specifically for that. I find that hard to believe.
and and I'll just say,
And I find it hard to believe that they did, and it didn't work.
that's what I wanted to point out is clearly these witches are more popular than powerful than Christ.
No, I think
right,
honestly,
yeah.
no,
They're doing
honestly,
huge
someone's
numbers
gotta,
on Etsy.
somebody's got to talk to that priest and see what they like. If it was a scam.
I actually have Catholics in my family who bought a new house and invited the priest over in the first week to have dinner and bless the house. And the night the priest left, a picture fell off of the wall.
Oh. Right.
They had just moved in, so maybe I think maybe you didn't put it in correctly. But my family
red flag.
my family thinks the house is haunted.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I think the real question
They supported
is
Trump.
I think the real question is like how well does the hot water heater function?
Right.
Like, is there do the doors like
Is there a leak?
The floor creak?
Now that we think about it, should we be looking into demonic presences in this office?
There's some spooky stuff going on. Like the plumbing's out like once a month.
Yeah, sometimes
it's
the
true.
power goes out too.
There should be a guy who does like those examinations of like your septic system, but also demon. Like he'll check for demons too. Like, get it all.
You have not watched enough junk television because
yeah,
there
it's
are TV shows about this kind of thing.
Oh man, hell yeah.
that, as she later told me, weapons will form but not prosper. That Satan and those witches have no power. Of course, God's will is the one that matters, and his blessing over Charlie was real and palpable. All you had to do was spend time with Charlie to know that. But why torture a family like that?
Yeah, God, when Charlie was saying the Civil Rights Act was bad, God's grace was just washed over him.
A Christian, believing family. Why do this vile thing to a young couple, parents to two babies, living in accordance with the gospel, deeply in love? Yes, political, but doing nothing other than speaking publicly about their views and their desires to make other people's lives better. Who would do such a
They
vile
had a professor
thing?
watch list, incidentally,
Jezebel.
where they had
That's who.
hundreds of professors that they would harass and try and get fired.
Right.
That's just the low hanging fruit. But Obviously, no one deserves to be shot, but I think that, like, having websites and blogs, put curses on you is probably just, the way that
it's the free market, right? So I thought, if you get a curse, then you go on Etsy and you find someone to undo or fight against that curse.
Connect. Too, I think you can Connect. If you go on Connect, you can get the curses reversed.
Yep. I think
is there more on this?
Now we're good.
All right. Well, you know what we got to do? Wrap up here. I got a doctor's appointment.
You want to go into detail about what you're?
I'm having a little eye issue.
Oh,
yeah.
Blurry.
Bring us back, Matt. Right, where it's not. Yeah. We're still.
Okay, yeah.
Megyn Kelly over there.
Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.